Hey, how's everyone's doing? We good to go, or what's happening here?
I
Does
just took
everyone
some
have
Benadryl.
their online
Slowly dying inside, so
I just took a whole Robitussin.
I just took a whole NyQuil, so
What?
It's
Well, if it isn't the leader of the Wiener Patrol, boning up on his nerd lesson.
They won't let you have any fun.
Here's another thing. The book can also be a hat.
Today's book that could also be a hat is The Wisdom of Crows by Joe M. Abercrombie.
You
And
fucked
I'm
it up, bro, I'm sorry. It's wisdom of crowds.
yeah, it's wisdom of crowds, right?
what I say crowns?
You
I don't
said
think I don't think there's
As in
crows.
groups of people, crowds.
I don't think there's
Crowd.
one crow
Damn.
in this
There's
book.
no single crow.
Not a single crow was harmed in the making of this book, Brian.
Yeah, they all made
Damn,
it
but other
out.
than that, it was great.
Oh, it was great.
There's lots of crows in this book.
So many crows.
Right, introduce us.
What do they have in
Okay,
front of
go.
me too?
And 2.
Nah, fuck it, keep it
Alright.
rolling.
Today's book that could also be a hat is The Wisdom of Crowds by Joe M. Abercrombie. And I'm joined by my good friends Josue,
Yes.
Abraham,
Indubitably.
and and Raquel.
Yes.
Man,
Mhm.
Brian, your voice is kind of dreamy.
Mm.
Right? I
Thank
was
you.
also saying.
I think Brian's the
Hmm.
only one allowed to talk for the rest of this.
Please continue.
Please continue. I'm
Today's
gonna
book
email
is
you my points so you can read those
Huh?
as well.
Yeah.
so they sound so they come off better. Yeah. Today so this is the third book from Joe Abercrombie in
Yeah,
the Little
Abercrombie.
Hatred Abercrombie in the Age of Madness trilogy. And I think we all enjoy his books. I don't
Yeah.
I don't know how we'd rank it compared to the other two, but I guess we'll find out. The first question I want to ask is to Josue,
Yeah, that's me.
and is was this series better than Game of Thrones?
Oh, wow, what a great question. I find it shallow and pedantic.
Trying to think of somebody who actually watched the show.
I
And
didn't
I
I didn't
Oh,
remember.
I
I
didn't
watched the
watch
show. I didn't
I
I
didn't
I
only
watch Game
didn't
of
watched the
Thrones.
last episode and I was upset, so
Why did you watch the last episode?
hey,
Well, to
listen,
make
It
I
sure it
started.
was worth my time.
yeah,
Oh
and
my
Clearly
it
it
god.
clearly
wasn't.
wasn't.
Well, everyone
Clearly it
Clearly.
knows.
wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't worth if you watched
Like
the last
I
Yeah.
episode.
saw that and I was
Saw it
highly
coming, huh?
upset. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it was. Oh yeah, let me just fucking. You just killed my fucking trainer. You know,
Uh-huh.
and she's out there
Uh-huh.
training her dragon, and then
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
fucking your
Yeah,
trainer
yeah,
gets
yeah.
killed, and the
Ho
dragon's like, you know that chair? I'm gonna fuck that chair up.
ho
Show you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he
That's how to
did.
make you
He's
feel.
like,
No,
"Yeah, no,
you
no."
know, he got it done.
Just
No, no, he
hated
did
that
it.
chair.
It's
Uh-huh.
it's the equivalent of, like, "I'm taking this ball and going home. No one can play."
No one can play.
I mean,
See,
So as someone who's never watched the show, the
Dang.
book was well, it has to be
Should've-
better. It can't be worse, right?
well, okay.
I
than
mean,
well,
this
like,
it
than this
finished.
series
So
or than the show?
what? What? You listen. So who's? Why are we talking about Game of Thrones?
what?
It just made me think of it because I was like, well, that ending was way better. And
Well, like
Oh,
Game
it
of
Yeah.
was
Thrones
just
still hasn't
Yeah.
ended. So,
Yeah,
so in
technically,
in
but
that
they
Okay. So
wrote the
regard,
what's
it's
your
series.
so
clearly
Brian?
better.
it was more of a joking question. I don't wanna
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So how about you
Okay.
serve
Yeah.
me up a real meatball and
All
say
right,
this?
all
What
right.
is
All right,
This
all
this?
right,
way,
all right.
This impossible meat
this
Can I
way.
question?
chime in? Can I chime in with a question, please? Real quick. Are
Wow,
you sure
taking
you're not
over.
using some type of voice altering thing? Because you were sounding so dreamy.
Oh my
Buttery.
god.
Yeah, it's called
Yeah.
natural.
Ah,
Natural.
perfect. Sounds so good.
All right, but it did bring me to my next question. What I actually wanted to ask.
Okay.
So wait,
Yes.
did the ending you got match the ending you thought you were gonna get?
Uh, no, because I
But,
mean, he
but
play
you know.
he paints the picture of what's gonna happen, right? And
Mhm.
once you see the whole thing, you're like, of course, it
Yeah.
all makes sense. And then I think it's crazy is the people that weren't supposed to won, and
Did it feel as good?
it
You're
it
like,
felt no, they took out my boy, and
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my god, they took
yeah.
out
Yeah.
Ooh, that
Yeah,
Orson.
was
that was pretty
um,
That was
hard.
pretty rough.
Oh,
Oh my god, he didn't deserve it. He,
and
he's
it
like
like
the
gives
one
you a
person
little
in the
false hope.
yeah. He's like he's out of it. He's like he's free. and then he gets caught, and you're like, somebody's gonna come
So you think he's
and save
dead?
Orso.
Well,
Yeah, he's
I
definitely
meant
dead, right?
Yeah,
I
he's
meant
dead.
No,
when
well, I know like they gave us the implication that he died, but do you think
I
he's
think
dead?
it kind of sounds like he's coming back.
Right? That's what I got too.
I mean, my hopes and dreams are there.
Yeah, my boy Orso.
Mm, he
and he
deserves
like
it.
kind of like debates you, but like he like hooks up with Ricker, and you're like, oh, that would be like a cool. Maybe he'll go
Well,
to the
that
north. Blah, blah, blah. No,
I liked that psych out because that's I was like, all right,
I
when
know.
when he got caught and he was running, or when he was escaped and he was running away, I was like, how can he get out? And I was like, oh shit, Ricker's coming. Like she can get him
Yeah.
out. Like all right, that's the play. That's how he's gonna get out of here. And for them
Exactly.
and for him to like, hint that and then just spit in your face that was pretty good. That was really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Like
Mhm, mhm.
so many little twists and turns, especially at the end. It's like, oh shit.
Well, I do like that, you know, things played out as they should have, but they also were like
What do you mean? Our
people were
boy
like
died.
guessing
That shouldn't have
wrong,
happened.
you know? Yeah, so
Yeah, everybody ended up back where they were, but they were all completely different because of it.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, like fucking the lion got fucked up.
Got
Oh yeah.
good, and he's every other character. Uh, um, the writer tries to like balance them out. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they're shitty, but they also do this. Like Savine's like
Yeah.
crazy and power hungry, but she was like donating stuff to the poor, and like
Yeah.
even if she was just doing it to like save her own skin later on, she was still doing it. But
Yeah.
the only person they don't do that with is Leo. Like Leo doesn't get any. He's always an asshole.
He's always just like immature. Like it's like he's a kid thinking that he's an adult and doing
Yeah.
adult things, but he's just keeps acting out.
Like he immediately tried to start war again once he seized
Oh,
power.
I know.
It's
I was
like,
So
hoping
God,
he's
comfortable.
like,
Leo.
okay. There was like a few moments where like maybe he has kids and he's growing, and then he's like, I want to fight everyone again.
I
Oh,
know.
come on, buddy, come on,
Bro.
No lessons learned.
right?
Yeah,
You were
he's the only
doing
one who
so
hasn't.
good.
He hasn't learned anything. I mean, he's more ruthless now, but he hasn't like
Like
learned anything. He's
But
still
not,
the,
yeah, in a good way.
dumb.
I
In a
forget his
stupid, in
friend's
an
name.
impulsive way, really, you know.
His friend, where he's asking his friend
Durant?
Yeah,
Drew.
yeah.
Yeah, I can never say his name.
Durant.
And he's like, I have
Durian.
kids
Yeah.
now. Things are different now. I was like, that's so cool. So. So for
Not, I
like a
mean,
couple chapters down the road, he's like, "What do you mean we're not gonna fight everyone?" Like,
I know.
oh, come on.
Okay, yeah, come on, guy.
And- yeah. All right. Okay. Okay.
All right.
So
Well,
yeah, yeah.
hmm,
Oh, actually, I have another question. All right. So who, Raquel, do you think out of everyone left standing, um, had the best ending?
mm,
Because there's none of them had good endings.
yeah. Uh, that's a hard one. Honestly, okay, so this comes with a little confusion.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole setup with the Baez
Uh-huh.
and Danglocta,
Yeah.
we were under the impression that Zuri like fucking destroys Baez in that moment, right?
No, they're fighting
Sulfur.
in the other room with the brothers.
It's sulfur. It's not bias.
It's not Baez, it's just
No,
sulfur.
it's
Yeah.
sulfur. Yeah.
Okay, because I
He
was
was
like,
there. He was there to fuck shit up because of Baez, but Baez didn't go.
Yeah.
It was
okay, I
just
was
sulfur.
He's
confused.
like,
I was
I'm here
like,
on
they're
behalf of my
talking.
master.
It sounded like I was like, is
Oh my
Baez there? Not okay. So then,
God,
never
how
mind.
good was that fight?
That was a
That
good fight.
was epic. So
I gotta
I
Yeah.
had
say,
to like,
he's really good at describing battles and fights.
mhm.
Yeah.
Oh
Very
my god.
clearly.
I mean,
So
well,
there's
I'll
Very
no.
definitely get
visceral.
back to that later. But like, I would like to say that the person that ended out the best is probably probably like the fucking side characters, honestly. Like the girl that used
Toyful.
to
Oh,
who?
Toyful.
Toyful. Yeah, Toyful came out good.
Yeah, like like a ton of side characters, like her and the girl that Savine was like against for a while, but then she put her on the
Oh,
council. Like,
Huygen.
yeah, was
Celeste.
it Huygen? Yeah,
Celeste.
Yeah,
yeah,
Leslie.
Celeste and
Celeste.
Huygen. Yes, yes. Like
Von Huygen.
her, like fucking, like all those like not all of them, but a ton of those side characters.
So
Basically,
every
all the
character,
main characters. I feel
right?
like they all got hella fucked.
Minus
Like
one, if I may.
even
Uh,
even if Savine, it's just
No, I was gonna say
still.
Black Ricker. She fucking came out on
Mm,
top. She fucking handled shit.
I mean,
yeah,
but
but
yeah,
she
but
saw
Fucking.
that vision at the end,
Oh,
and
sure, but that's
yeah,
like
and then she has to live with selling out
that's
Orso.
yeah, that doesn't
yeah. She made a
sound good.
shitty decision there. But
Yeah,
like you know,
I get why she did it though. Like
on a
I,
personal
yeah,
level, yeah, it's a very shitty thing to do. But as a ruler, like she made the best
yeah,
decision to
right
bring
right.
peace to her people.
now she's got to live
Uh,
with it.
so yeah, now she has to live with the consequences. But like she accomplished everything she set out to do, and then like
Yeah,
out of everyone, I think she came out like the best.
yeah.
Um,
is it crazy that like like the main characters like got it the roughest?
yeah, well,
Oh, I
I
mean,
they
mean,
also
they were doing the most shit though. They were
yeah
like,
they
yeah,
were.
they're gonna be the
Yeah.
ones with
It's
the
not like
most
they're just standing around. It's like, oh my
consequences.
god, this craziness is happening to me. Like
Yeah,
everything that happened to them was
is more or less like kind of their own faults.
yeah, 100%.
I
The
also feel
only
like though, like Rika, like I don't think she was very happy and content with having to do the whole Orso thing though.
oh
Like
no,
I
Oh,
think
no,
no.
that
she
kind of hurt, like sucked for her too.
Yeah, on
Like
a personal
so,
level, like she
Uh,
did
yeah.
not like
Cause
that.
like if it's not just like if we're thinking like not personal levels, then Savine came out great, you know? Like
Yeah, but
she's
she
the
got fucked
fucking mother
personally,
of the king and all that shit, and she's able to like get people on her side and still
and she has a lot.
respect her.
She has um the crippled, forget his name, Sticks, very
Hancock
Hmm.
powerful.
Right.
as her father, yeah,
Um,
literally control,
fuck,
literally orchestrated everything.
uh,
oh,
Yeah, which is
turns out
depressing,
her
but
servant was a mage this whole or an eater,
An
eater,
eater the
so
whole
yeah.
she's like
time.
super strong. So,
That
like
was
she can use
crazy.
magic, right? That's what it
I think
was.
so. Yeah, yeah.
And they imply that the mage eyes are also eaters. Is that not what he said?
Um, I don't
Like he's
know.
like,
It's
um,
It kind of,
biased
yeah, like you beat
yeah.
testimony,
one
but yeah,
with one, right?
he's
Yeah,
like,
that's
yeah,
what he
you
said.
fight an eater with an eater. So it implies that
Yeah.
the mage eyes are eaters, or at least he was, anyways,
or
his
he
servant.
was some type of eater.
Um, which I thought was
Oh,
cool. Like that was a nice little twist.
oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
So
that was hella twisty.
That
I'm
was
glad you
pretty
said
cool.
that because I was gonna ask if you had guessed who the actual Weaver was, or were you
So the like I never put any thought
shook?
into it until the question like until what's his dick said, now it's time to take you to the Weaver, and then I
Right.
knew it was Sticks. And so like did I ever think the Weaver was someone else? No. And not until the question was asked. And I was like, oh, that's what Sticks has been up to. And it turns out I was right. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone talked about him like the whole fucking book,
yeah,
and they were just
like,
like,
you know,
"Where is he?" And it's just like
You're like,
the
huh?
whole
Where is he? Like,
time,
where is he?
yeah,
yeah,
like we're just like, "Oh, well, he's just off trying to be safe, I guess,"
You know,
you
yeah, with his
know?
wife.
I just assumed he
Which
was
is
just
what
like on a pier fishing somewhere, just like
Right, that's
Yeah.
chilling.
literally what I was imagining. It's
I
just
thought he was
him
on a lake
sitting
with his
there
wife,
looking at the water
Like, yeah, yeah,
chilling.
and
he's done
Like,
fields.
chilling. He's relaxing.
Yeah,
and like when he
vacay.
broke it down to her, it's like, well, you started getting too ambitious, so I had to stay away. It's like, so I guess yeah, that makes sense. Like I was trying
Yeah.
to everything that she was upset that he did, like she was trying to do herself prior,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like she
absolutely.
really had no ground to talk on. Like,
It's really interesting, like the fact that it was such a horrible thing to find out and like the position that she was in throughout all of it, and to find out that like he was involved, and the fact that she just was like, yeah, well, that fucking sucks, but like what am I gonna do about it? Fucking cry? Like this is business, I'm just gonna take what I got now
Right.
and
how
move
she
on.
Oh,
And I
survives.
was like, damn, that's like so hard.
I think she came to the realization that like, yeah, like her dad, maybe like pushed the rock, but she was also down there, moving things herself, and a lot of the shit that she got was her own actions coming back to her and not
Right.
someone else's actions influencing her. Like she didn't um them losing at Stauffenbeck was kind of her fault. Like she's the one who orchestrated all that shit.
Mhm.
She didn't have to sell out Ricker to get yeah, or to get Stour Nightfall to help them, but she did.
Right.
And because of that, Ricker didn't show up because she found out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just her treachery biting her in her ass. That's not
Yeah.
that's not really Ricker like betraying her.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like it turns out, Ricker never betrayed him. Well, we knew that, of course, but
Well,
he
that's the
found
thing.
out.
Well, even Leo like getting all butthurt about that, but it's his fault that she lost one of her eyes. So like it's
Right.
he
Right. And
she
he
opened
never
her
like
long eye. She never think they ever apologized for that. She opened
yeah,
her long eye to save Leo, which caused her to get those go
go
crazy,
yeah.
and she had to go to the lady in the mountains to stitch her eye closed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, that
crazy
was
how
intense.
it opened back up.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? Like that's like who owes Rick already paid for it. Like
Yeah.
what she did.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
crazy. You think she'll get another vision? Well, she
oh, but
got
she
one
Yeah.
Well, she
vision
got
the
that
whole
vision
book.
at the end, so I think she
Well,
will.
the witch in the woods said that it wasn't going to hold it. It wasn't going to
Yeah.
close it. It was just going to hold it off for a little bit
Yeah.
yeah.
because she like ripped it open. She can't close it.
Crazy.
So I had to heal. Um,
Mm. Yeah.
I did like
Yeah,
that. Like she was basically bullshitting throughout this whole book, as far
yeah.
as like
I know.
Oh,
I
being able to see
I
things.
was
I kind of figured because like normally when she has visions, the book tells you.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
no, she didn't have any.
exactly. I was like, I don't believe that she's seeing all of this,
Yeah, and every time she would tap her eye, she was like, because I've seen it,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, she's bullshitting. She hasn't seen all this
Yeah.
shit.
So who believed the falling out?
I
I did. I was
couldn't.
all in.
Oh yeah, no,
I
I was
couldn't.
all in.
damn,
I was like, this is
my girl's
fucking
in the
sketchy because like how is she just like having the time of her life with this guy and now suddenly he's leaving
yeah,
and
like
we
it
don't
just
get
flipped.
anything between that. And
No, like
then
that was
same with Azern, like how would you just suddenly be like fighting like that? It just didn't make sense to me that I was like there has to be something going on.
yeah, like yeah, it was very abrupt and but I was on board the whole time and like how she kept on complimenting the girl, like it's like all right, I
Yeah.
get it, she has broad
Uh,
shoulders, but can we move on?
oh my god. So when I was listening to that shit I found an audiobook on YouTube.
Mhm.
So like it was all the audiobooks just cut into like different videos. So each video was like 4.5 hours long, essentially.
Yeah,
I was listening to the book at work and I must have skipped ahead and I skipped ahead a whole chapter, like a whole like
Oh
video.
no.
So I heard. So then I'm listening to it, and then it's talking about like, Stour's dead. The girl's been caught, and I was like, damn, this book really just jumped forward like
Oh
that.
no.
It's like what a crazy. And
Oh.
I'm listening, and I'm literally listening to it up until Savine goes to the courtroom.
oh
So I heard
wow,
all of
Oh
that,
so
and I'm
you just
like,
pretty much skipped the
no.
middle of the book. Yeah,
exactly. And then
uh,
I just on chance I go back and then I start hearing that part where it talks about Shola shaving the cheese.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, I haven't heard this before. And I was like, oh my
Oh
god, how much did I skip
no.
forward?
Oh
Oh
no.
dude,
missed all
that
the
must have sucked. But
cheese.
That
The
sucks so much.
so I knew like I knew what happened, but I didn't know about like the little details. So I went back. I mean, I went
Yeah.
back. I read it in order or whatever, finished it. But I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Because this book will do that sometimes. It'll just jump
yeah,
ahead
Right.
which
forward in
reminds me,
time.
Clover came out good.
Yeah,
He
he
could
came
have
out
got
alright.
royally fucked, but
Yeah,
he
that
came out
was
alright.
interesting.
He had a
Oh
yeah.
yeah, he had a
Oh yeah,
great.
well, Clover is kind of a side character though.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, exactly.
that's true.
I still
I
think,
felt really bad for Vic though. Like
yeah, yeah. I didn't.
I
That one didn't.
honestly that I didn't cry when Orso like died, but I was tearing up when I found out about Vic being kind of like betrayed and like literally
The
being
whole
set
time.
up from the beginning, literally. I just that was
Like
painful.
from the camps. It reminds you of the camps
Yeah.
and like
No,
Oh
with
the
the
camp
her
and the
sidekick.
camps and the
Yeah,
camps.
well that
No,
too.
no,
It's
no.
like on
Also the
top of it,
struggle
she
in the
finds out
camps.
about yeah, her
Also
sidekick and
like
then
the
Yo,
camps and
finds out
also
Abraham
the
that like
Teufel
camps
is literally one of the
and
best characters in this book.
and the no, no. I agree. But if we can tone down the mention of the camps, we get it.
It scarred
We-
her for life.
Yeah, no, but you don't have to
Yeah.
mention it.
Her
like
whole
every
family
fucking-
died in this. In there.
Literally.
every paragraph in every one of her stories.
I know.
She
It
saw
is a
fucking
her,
bit much.
parents. She
mentions
saw
the
her
camp.
whole family be murdered in front of
It's
her
been a
one by
criticism
one.
of mine ever since the first fucking book. It continued in the second book,
There was
and it continues in the third book. Don't get me wrong,
there
I
was
love the
another-
character, but fucking
there
A.
was
The whole
another
reason-
thing that happened like that too. I think it was maybe about like Rika and how she looked or something, because I was like, why do they just keep repeating stuff about the person? And then I realized, oh, it's like they're talking to different people in the book, and the other people they're saying these things.
Yeah.
But the
Her-
camps thing, yeah, that was a little
Favorite, her whole
excessive.
her whole life happened because she went to the camps,
Yeah.
No, I
and I
get
think
that.
that was like the exact
and she was
reason
sent to the
that
camps
he
by Glockner.
repeated
So
it.
that's why she keeps
Yeah.
bringing it up.
Which is
You sent me to those
fine.
camps, and because you sent me to those camps, you made me this like killer and did all this stuff to us. But it's like you did all
No,
this.
and-
I had never had a
and
choice.
that conversation was perfect. They had a good amount of mention of the camps because it was
Oh
justified.
my
But she's
God.
Yeah.
everything she does. Oh, that reminds me of the camps
She's-
and
she
when
needs
my
to
brother
heal.
walked away.
I had bread like this
Fucking
at
A.
camps.
He was crushed by boulders.
Yeah, but,
drowned
like,
in the mine.
Not everything she did had a reminder of the camps. And
I mean, if
But
that
everything
was,
she
like, your
did
whole
happened
life
because
for
of
a
the
while,
camps.
yeah.
It's like he
Yeah,
no
you're
longer
right. She
reminds
should
me
have
of
got
brother.
over it.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
got
should've
fucking
got
Yeah,
over
she
it.
should have
Yeah.
just stiff upper lipped it and been like, what a
Sad.
bitch.
No,
All right.
I don't have a problem with every once in a while, but I swear every paragraph
It
in
is
her
an-
story mentioned the
It's
camp.
an open wound that's constantly being poked.
But she is one.
Oh,
She's
that's what it
definitely
was.
top
It's
5.
like Rika talking about her long eye. She's like, I saw
Whoa.
it, and it's like she tells everyone, I saw it, I see it, I've seen it, and I was like,
I
bro,
see
that's
it.
like so excessive. But I think
Yeah.
he does that too.
Drive these points home.
Yeah, and like, it's like when you say it like once or twice, it's like okay, whatever. But once you're saying it like a million times, it's like, okay, this person's really trying to either convince themselves or others, or they're dealing with something.
To be
You
fair,
know?
she was in the camps for 12 years, and I'm assuming she's like still
She's
under
young.
20.
Yeah.
Still under
Yeah, she's
25.
well. I mean, I don't know. It says things like aged hip and stuff like that. But I always thought that she's not like she's not that. I don't think she's that old.
Yeah,
No,
I
she's
imagine
definitely
she was
young.
like yeah, maybe 20-ish. Yeah.
She got fucked up in that battle though.
Oh, speaking
Yeah.
of my boy,
Uh,
all right, boss. Don't worry.
yeah. Dan Bremer.
Yeah, Dan Bremer. Oh my god.
Oh, I forgot that it said that about him, that he would just carry all these swords and shit on his back. He hasn't
forgot
been
about
he hasn't
that
been in the he hasn't
too.
been in the book this whole time.
Yeah.
No, he died. What do you mean?
No, I'm saying before this, he didn't get a lot of before this.
No,
was-
he didn't get a lot of he didn't start popping up until towards the end of the book, but like he
The
went
other
out like
two
a
books,
fucking
the
champ.
other two books, he's not doing anything.
Well, he was training Serene.
Oh.
Oh no, he was the bodyguard of the king.
Yeah,
So he would also train Savine.
but it's not
and,
like he's been following Orso around this whole time.
No, like he was following Vic, if anything, towards the end.
I know that, but before that, between like you hear about him
Yeah.
kind of in the first book, and here he's not there.
Yeah.
He's nowhere.
No, he hasn't been around. Actually, the second book, did he pull back?
No, I don't think he's in the second book. I don't remember. Him in
I
the
think he
second
was
book.
just working out a lot.
Yeah.
You like
Yeah.
he's like
Getting
he's literally
swole.
like a background. He's just in the
Yeah,
background.
no, he's always
Oh
been a
no, he
background
was in
character.
the second book because isn't he the one that fucked up Leo's friends? Isn't that the one who killed Leo's friends?
Oh yeah, no, he was like when they started pushing on Orso, he was there like,
Oh,
yeah, because they talk
I
about him
remember
coming out of the smoke. Because they
Uh-huh.
said in the third, coming to fight his two friends that were the really good swordsmen,
and he fucked him up.
Yes.
and he killed
that's
them. Yeah, he
right.
fucking
Yeah.
destroyed them. I forgot about that. Okay, so he has been
Yeah.
chilling with Orso.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
he
know.
chose-
I was just say his hold the line was
But also
On the-
kind of unnecessary.
Was
Well,
was
it?
it?
Like just them going to the boat was enough of a distraction. I don't know, in my opinion. Like he didn't need to be on the boat.
I mean, it still didn't work.
Made
I
it
mean, he still didn't
believable
get
that
away.
he was gonna be on there.
Yeah, but like it's not like they wasted that much time. Like
Yeah, it's like another 5 minutes. Killed
Yeah,
him. He
like
let
Yeah,
himself
that's what
die
it
for it.
felt like.
He
Yeah.
should have been. I don't know.
like
Yeah, I guess.
he should have stayed with Ursa. Like just
Depends how
them
many
showing up
people
to
they
the
would have
boat and
brought.
search the boat like that would like because he was there defending, it made it less believable that he was on the boat.
Yeah.
Well,
Because especially once they put two and two together that Sabine this was just a distraction. He's not here. Because of course she's not going to be so obvious with her clues. Um, that like really accelerated the fact that he was not on the boat. And like like that like if he wasn't there, they would have tore that boat apart and wasted more time. But since he was there and like
I think they were probably trying to be like, well, that guy was always with Orsa, maybe. So like he would never be
Yeah.
away from him.
I don't know.
So it
sure,
has to be
He
true.
needed to be somewhere. You can't have the world's best bodyguard be
Yeah.
the bodyguard to the guy you're gonna hang. You have to get rid of him somehow.
yeah. Like that was the only like point of contention I had with the book. It's kind of seemed like empty his sacrifice.
I
Yeah.
mean, depends how
Um,
many guys they would have brought. Because if they didn't bring enough.
Yeah,
sure,
yeah. That would
but
have
like
been
he didn't
easy.
need to be there regardless. Like it would have wasted a similar amount of time for him. But that's just so like I kind of I felt bad for
Like how Brock's like, I really want to get in there, but I'm not gonna walk over there. Just send fodder at him. Let's see.
The only person that didn't really get an ending was Gunner.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I was
He get
about
he
to
get
talk about Gunner.
he gets sent to go on another campaign,
He's,
and that's it. He's gone.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
he's
no, but he
back in
finally
the
gets to see his
shit.
family and like
But yeah,
Yeah.
but everyone
Oh,
else had some like this is your growth, and like as it was happening, as everyone was getting their like threads tied up, it just didn't even talk about Gunner. Like, what the
I
fuck is he
well,
doing?
mean,
it's like Gunner, you get to be normal. Like you
he
went
had the
down
whole, yeah,
and you got back up, and now you're exactly where you were a year ago.
Uh,
pretty much.
No,
yeah, it's like, yeah,
Yeah,
and then she
with
was
the
like, yeah,
note.
she's like, yeah, now go to work, and then that's it. That's what happens to Gunner.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, like
Uh,
I didn't like seeing the spiral of Gunner.
I didn't either.
Uh,
I didn't like
like
that
I
at all.
kind of
And
wish, but
I
like he redeemed himself. I think
not,
kind
so.
I
of
mean,
saw
not
it
really.
coming.
What did he
No, no,
like?
of course you see it coming from a mile away. Like especially once you get the note.
Who did
Like
he
Well,
like?
no, I mean like I saw him spiraling, like coming. Like it
oh
was
sure,
like him getting all turned on about the woman, the judge,
all
and
right.
No way.
like in
There
the
should have.
second book and all. Like he was just like really,
does anybody
really
else
had
imagine her
something
being
about
icky?
it.
Yeah, she's gross.
She's
Yeah,
probably
she's
like a
gross.
gross hobbit
I
lady.
imagine her being really hot, but just like nothing that I would
I'm gonna
actually
pull up
go
I don't.
fan
for.
art and tell you
I don't
straight.
know. Reading that whole thing, I was like, all right, Gunner has gonna have to pay
She,
for all this. Like,
she
too much
definitely
shit has
doesn't take
happened under his
showers.
watch, and then nothing. He gets off scot free. I don't like that either.
I
Mm.
What did
don't mind
he?
it because I feel like I feel like she just thinks of him as an asset more so than like, so she knows like what he's capable of and what she's needs him to do. And she knows what he's done to save her life and knows that he's just that person. So
Three
like,
times.
I mean,
yeah.
even in just like the grand, karma scheme of this world, where like the bill always comes due. That's what everyone keeps saying, and it usually happens. Like his
I
never
mean,
came.
do you
His
want him
just
to like yeet himself and save Orso at the tower? Would that have been better?
no. He should have. He should have
Like
got
died in
paid.
the fight or something?
Yeah, something should have
I
happened
don't
to him.
think so.
He came off. What happened?
I mean, because he
His
saved.
glasses were cracked.
Yeah.
That's his big punishment. Okay,
I
I
mean,
don't,
that's
he
not
has to
that
I
keep
great.
think
living.
yeah, that's what I think is
Nah,
worse is
It's not
honestly the torture of like hating himself.
because he
nah.
definitely hates himself.
But if the book doesn't
Yeah.
even say, I get
Yes,
that.
they
But they
do.
did.
They
But no,
totally go
I
into
know it
that.
does. But as everyone's getting their shit wrapped up, Gunner's just. It's not even like him. Like, oh fuck, I'm in the shit again. Like this, my life sucks. It's just he doesn't get talked about. Once he's done, he's done.
Yeah,
Once he gets sent off, like that, he's out of the book, and he gets out. He
I mean,
gets
that was
kicked out of
towards
the
the end of
book.
the whole thing, though.
Yeah, but
So
it's
last chapter.
not really. It was way before then.
Yeah, it was
'Cause
kind of way before, yeah.
everyone else had like these like third and final chapter to like
Oh, it
push
does
it
I think
like
out,
a
there
and
was
time
like
Gunner
skip.
60 pages left or something
Mm.
when
Or
Gunner's
it
just
does like the
like
time skip
no,
after.
that's
like everyone else had their
It feels
little
like a
bit of
time
their
after
final.
Orso dies.
No, it was
Well,
I mean,
before, way
he
before
left.
Orso
He left.
died.
Yeah, he left way before then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
So
like
Yeah,
much shit
because
happens
before.
after he leaves. A lot of shit happens.
that conversation took place after she helped Orso escape. And I think he
Yeah.
got caught again, but she didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like when he goes to where the Lion's home city and
It's
talks to the family and everything.
no. It's might even this might even before she let Orso go. That
No,
Gunner's
it's
shit
definitely
rats up.
after. Yeah, it was definitely after.
Was
No, because
it?
he
Um,
comes
I
because
don't
no, because
remember it being after because she was kind of tied
it's
up after
literally no,
that.
it's literally the day after Orso gets arrested.
the
Because
second day.
he goes home. No, the first from the tower when Leo seizes power.
Yeah, he like immediately goes home after,
Yeah,
and
and
then
then she's
she's
like,
like,
"Okay, cool, get your ass back out there and go back to work."
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's when he leaves.
yeah,
'Cause that's
that,
what he
wa-
said.
that,
No,
wa-
no,
That's what
no,
he
but
said. That's
like
what he says to her. He goes like, "Can I just stay home with my family?" And she goes, "Yeah, you get a
you,
day, and then get back out there."
yeah.
I
hmm.
remember that note where he's like, "You wrote this fucking note,"
Yeah, that
which
was
is like,
that was
Nah.
early.
Yeah, that
That
was
happens
literally right
super early.
after that. That.
That's before Ricker even because she's telling her in like a week Ricker's gonna be here and you're gonna take care of her in this house.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess it was before all the.
Yeah, yeah, but like so because I was finding it weird that like after she lets Orso go, she was able to leave the city. I remember that specifically. It's like,
You
oh
could
damn. So I guess the lion's not watching her that hard. Um,
well no, I
so like,
mean, but she could leave the city, but she probably got searched, but like
no, I'm saying
that
that's why it happened after she let Orso go. But I think it happened after Orso got caught and she didn't know the second time. I don't believe.
no, I'm telling you, man,
I think it was
this
after.
is
It was
like
like
right
literally
when
right
Orso
after
gets captured
he
the first
saved
time
her. Yeah.
or the first time by Leo.
Yeah.
That's when it goes down.
Pretty sure that's when it happens.
Yeah, because
Hmm.
Gunner's only in his house for like half a day, and then he gets sent out again.
No, that I remember.
And
Um,
Ricker wasn't in town when Gunner gets sent off. She hadn't even come to town yet.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah. So no, that I agree with.
I'm just saying that's a big chunk of time for Gunner's story to just wrap, and that's it.
Yeah.
And everyone else has these like third and like final chapters to in their
yeah,
story to finish it, and Gunner gets nothing. He's just gone.
Well, I guess yeah, you're right. Huh.
yeah. They could have. I mean, it's
I
not
don't know. I
like
felt
he
like what
couldn't write
else are you
another
gonna
book.
say? Well, I
I
did
mean,
hear that
I'm gonna
this is
say,
obviously
I
alluding
mean,
to
with the way
another
this,
series.
yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
do probably a whole other trilogy.
Yeah.
yeah, he does like doing that. Like the trilogy.
You think we're gonna follow these characters? These characters?
I think
I mean,
we're gonna follow Savine
These?
and Leo still for sure because they're still moving and shaking.
And the kids
Or if it might,
and
it
we're gonna
actually
follow
it
the
probably switch
kid that what's his name is
the black haired
training.
kid.
yeah,
We're gonna
Clover.
follow one of Savine's daughters for sure.
Yeah.
Or
No,
the
but
one, or
that girl that he mentions was there with the black-haired kid. Remember when
yeah,
the Magi at
Yeah.
the end, he was talking about so like when she had the vision, she had the vision of the girl, the blonde-haired girl,
Yeah.
and then
And
also
the black
the
hair
kid with
kid.
the black hair.
oh, so
So
that you think
it wasn't the
that's the
kids.
well, I mean, the vision is all over the place, so it could be anybody.
No, no, but like no, because remember he mentions a weaver not being able to finish his project and also like a
Yeah,
lot
yeah, because
of
he's
so he's
restitching the.
mentioning she's mentioning the magi and he's looking upon a girl and a boy and there was like he was talking about so like when what's his dick the guy that never he only believes in himself or only trusts himself.
What?
Clover.
Clover, yeah, Clover.
Clover.
So when Clover goes talks to the magi,
Yeah. I
there's
know it. Yeah, definitely. It's gonna follow that black haired kid, but there's no way the
also
book
that
is not.
girl like he
No, I know,
mentions.
but I think that girl is Savine's daughter and not just some random bitch at a
No, no, but
fucking.
like if you follow the way she writes, she
Yeah,
has the
but
vision. He's like
it's the
the
vision isn't
weaver.
like the vision isn't like chronological. It's just showing you things. Like it could be
No, no, but
anyone.
it's like that. This is a very specific scenario. Like the weaver is looking upon the
A
um
kid with black hair talking to a blonde haired
no,
girl.
no, a
Yeah,
kid
that
with
blonde hair.
blonde hair.
A girl
The
with
first
blonde
kid,
hair.
the
Girl
first
with
kid,
blonde hair and a kid
Yeah.
with black hair.
yeah,
Boy with
like
back hair, yeah.
those are his kids or whoever he's training. Those are
Well,
so-
that girl doesn't. It could be any girl. There's other. You don't think they're not going to follow a girl that's essentially like the crown princess?
well, like no, but
Not
like
the crown princess, but she's the the second in line of this royal family. Of course,
no,
she's going to
I
be
think
like wrapped in
100%
there.
they're talking about both those kids
It's too.
because
What?
they're gonna be fucking
Abraham,
shit
it's
up.
one of the kids is the king. Of course, they're going to follow them. What do you mean?
No, I know, but that vision is definitely gonna be was those that specific
Well, yeah,
vision
it's going
was
to be the
about
black-haired
the
kid for sure. But I think
and the
the
blonde haired
daughter,
girl.
the blonde-haired girl, could be anybody. Doesn't necessarily mean her.
Well, she's the only girl that we know specifically has blonde hair. Like
Savine's kids have blonde hair.
do they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Remember we
'cause
looked this
the
up.
crop.
Yeah, remember we talked about this, and I was like, "Oh, they're aren't they?
No,
Aren't they
like
blonde-haired kids?"
Savine has black hair.
I do not remember.
No, we didn't. Like the kids were in this book. We never looked that up.
No, we went into this because I was like, those kids are going to be Orsos and not Leos, which
Oh, we
doesn't
were
matter
talking
at
about
this point.
that.
At this point, it doesn't matter because he's
No,
he's dead now.
they're definitely Leo's kids at this point.
Nah, I'm holding out.
I don't think it really
I'm
matters
holding
though.
out.
There's still gonna be the king
Well, it
or
would.
whatever, no matter what.
You know what I'm saying? I thought they were blonde. Oh no, you know what? It's Orso has blonde hair. You're right. And how does Savine have black hair?
Like the mom had black hair.
Is that what it is?
For some reason, I see Savine having black hair. Yeah, no, because they mentioned her black hair. She's letting it grow out.
Short
Yeah,
clipped. It just always just says short clipped
Yeah, I
hair.
always
It
said
does
short
it.
clipped. I never really imagined the color of it.
Oh no, I could have sworn they said black hair.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. Anyways, it is. So, anyways, okay. So next
I
books,
mean,
I think it's gonna follow probably the twins, right? The kingly twins.
Sure.
Um, it's got to follow two twins. Probably Clover and the kid,
Yeah.
or at the very least the kid by himself.
Yeah, because
Um,
that kid was fucking shit up in her dream
yeah. Well, yeah. He was
yeah,
sitting in a fucking like a river of blood,
and sitting on a pile of bones. So he's
sitting on a
killing
pile
a
of
lot of
bones,
things.
surrounded by like a ring of fire.
yeah. If it's anything like the last series, it skips like a generation, like like
Yeah,
um
we're definitely gonna like Celine's
like
gonna be older for sure. The
yeah,
kids
they'll
are gonna
all
be
be
of
older.
age,
Like it's not
and
like
then
hundreds of years. It's like just a
one
generation
generation.
forward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a lot of
be the
people
old
reference in the book, like
lion.
the Bloody Nine and all that. Like they
Yeah,
died because they died in battle, but they didn't die that old.
yeah. So be the old lion and Savine.
Probably
How do
Ricker.
you
She's
think
doing her thing.
the new king is gonna feel about his dad hooking up with his friend?
Ooh, gay
What?
king. Yeah.
Oh man. I just goddamn I want to see Leo get his comeuppance because God
I
fucking sucks so
want
much.
Leo to get
Late.
banged by his friend.
No, he doesn't
How
deserve it.
He
doesn't deserve any
he
He
doesn't
doesn't.
deserve it,
smashing?
He
but
doesn't deserve
Jurin
it.
deserves it.
But we
No,
deserve it as
no,
readers.
We
no.
deserve it as readers. We were getting turned on for 3 books straight.
We
We are
Well,
too many people.
All of us.
We
no,
is too many people.
All
she
of
wanted
no.
us.
she wanted to
The
read
only
the
thing
sentence, the throbbing unit.
the only thing Leo deserves is for him to die without even getting a kiss at.
Oh
Die in his arms.
no.
Get
Leo doesn't deserve
buried under
shit.
rocks.
Oh my god! And then he just gets destroyed by Celine at the end
Oh yes.
when
Like
they're
he
having
got
that
put in his
argument.
place. Told him to sit.
Sit down and shut up.
Oh
Like
yeah, that was great. She's like, you're less of of towards being the king than I am. It's like, yeah, that's true though. You ain't got no king blood in you.
Yeah, I like that. At least they're trying to make like Savine sees power, but at least she's gonna try to do something with it.
Yeah. She's not
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah, and that's what the last question I was going to ask is if makes you excited to, go back into the universe if they continue.
Oh
It
yeah.
seems
I
like,
mean,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I'd take another dive.
I really
yeah,
like the way he writes. That first whole fucking I don't even know is it like 100 pages, the fucking beginning of the book with the whole scene of the people like getting all their weapons and marching down the city.
Oh
That
yeah,
was
Oh, can we talk about
so
that?
crazy.
yeah. Let's talk about it.
That was so good. It was just
Oh,
like all the different kind of point of views from it were just so intense.
no,
It
no.
was so well done.
More specifically, the fucking mob mentality and
My
Brute.
God.
Also, like, there's just it was so cool, like having like some of the characters that were like innocent, and some of them that were like that one
Oh
guy that
man.
was fucking horrible. He's just like, well, everything's going crazy. Looks like I can go murder this guy.
Oh yeah, like I'm gonna get my revenge.
Yeah, and oh my god, he fucking chops a goddamn axe in his head in front of his daughter on her like trying on her fucking wedding dress. It's just
Yeah.
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Damn, that was that. There were so many good. Oh my God, so all the fight scenes too in this book.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like,
Downside fighting Clover. That was so damn good.
Ooh, that should have been a questions. Best
like,
fight scene.
Best
yeah, no,
fight scene. Oh, it's the Eaters.
finally
Hands
Yeah.
down.
seeing, yeah, finally seeing
Yeah, that's
magic
definitely the
or
best fight
reading
scene.
magic in this book.
Exactly. Yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
instead of things being just referenced, like, oh yeah, Magi set off a bomb, blown up half the city,
Right.
but like, well, in that fight, we finally get to see like
The fucking
four
visuals
magic
of
users
like
go at it.
the fires and everything
Oh my God,
too. Oh,
burning the whole place. That's
so good.
I don't remember. Like, did they ever show the result of that battle? Because they were like,
uh.
they just hear bone crunching in the other room or some
Well, they
shit.
ate him. They ate him.
Yeah,
Oh, they
they
were
ate
Yeah,
him.
eating him.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right, right.
they were eating him.
Yeah, she like comes out with like,
Covered
licking her
in blood.
lips like,
Yeah,
ooh, you don't want to go in
ugh,
there.
one
so
apiece.
good.
So
Her
wait, like,
son.
are eaters just normal humans that eat and then they get mana? Like,
I don't think they're
I
normal
need.
humans because
I
she was
don't.
like crawling on the walls, wasn't she?
Well,
So,
like, I'm saying, is that how you start getting mana by eating people?
I don't know.
Is
Well,
oh,
that
Like
I don't
anyone
know.
can just pick it up.
yeah? Like, if you just start
start
eating, is
eating
that
Uh,
people.
is that the key to getting mana? Just eating people?
That's
well then
interesting.
you get the insatiable hunger
Garcon, one
for
human,
people.
please.
Yeah, people flesh. And
Interesting.
I guess living in their
I'm
time
just saying.
would be very easy to come across. People die
It's
all the
like a
time.
zombie thing, but like
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah. No,
eat
but like,
people and then it like
you have to
now
overcome
you're
that. Yeah, that you have to overcome that natural.
Your
Uh.
humanity.
Well, yeah, but like humans naturally are repulsed by eating human. Obviously, most
Well, yeah,
animals
yeah,
are.
exactly. Your humanity. You just got to
Yeah, yeah.
throw that thing in the garbage.
Exactly. But
or is it like you're born with it and you
I
can't
don't
help
but
know.
it?
I
you're
feel like you could.
basically like no one has a problem being a vampire, but it's the same shit. Well, but all of a
I
sudden you're
mean, I have a
eating.
problem with being a
Oh, I'm
vampire.
sorry. I'm sorry. You don't use a straw to suck the blood. You just fucking munch on it.
It's
But it's the same
people.
shit.
It's people.
Yeah. So is vampirism and drinking their blood. Like people
Exactly.
are more
You're like,
accepting of that.
I don't think I've ever been accepting of a vampire, honestly.
I, come on.
It's
You
ooh,
don't have.
people.
Well, to be fair with the vampire, you don't have to kill them. Like I guess
Uh,
the eater, by definition, you have to kill them unless
I
you
was
start
gonna
nibbling on
say,
their leg.
I see.
like
I see your
vampires, you can
point.
drink blood and then give them time and like, it won't kill them. It'll just be like donating blood basically. But
What is it? You
like,
have
let
to
me just let
cover.
me just eat part of that foot for a minute, bro.
Yeah, let me
Like,
nibble on your toe.
like you're not gonna. Well, I mean, kinda. No, you're not gonna grow. You're not gonna get more.
Yeah,
You
we
know.
don't. We're not lizards, so we're not gonna grow back.
Like,
But
you
seriously,
know.
like, is that how you get mana in this world by
I
eating
no,
people? Oh, no, no,
I
no.
think
We should call
you
Joe
probably have
after
to be
this.
like
Yeah.
made by Baez probably has to make you into one.
You probably,
It's
yeah.
like
No, but
Instinct.
fucking what's
Vyas
that
destroyed
show?
the eaters.
Demon
Yeah,
Eater.
destroyed them by controlling them.
Well, like
We,
the eaters were pushing, and they got pushed back. But like,
So damn. So the eaters are so Baez just has to be probably has to be a monster then.
yeah, he's strong as fuck. If that was his underling, it took
Yeah,
three. Like let's not forget, it still took three guys to bring him down, and he fucking he was powerful enough, and it took all three of them to
yeah.
stop him.
yeah, yeah. It was
Um,
pretty crazy.
yeah, like so, yeah, like what's his name? Vyas.
Baez.
Vyas is like, well, he destroyed half the city, with one fireball attack. Um,
Mm.
What book is that? Like the one
they
before
It
mentioned
this?
has
that.
to be
Well, they
one of
mentioned that
the
in this book,
other
and when
ones.
they're yelling at him, it's like, or when they're talking about him,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, they
he
talked
destroyed
about
half
that.
the city. So did he really save us by destroying half the
Oh, he
city?
destroyed half the city, and then he made us worship him.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's right. I remember that. I remember that.
and
So, uh, damn. Oh, I had a great question. It'll come to me.
Well, I mean, we can
It'll.
go back to the beginning for a little bit. Like,
yeah, like back to the revolts, like
yeah,
that shit was scary. Like
the
Yeah,
fucking
that shit was
chopping
kind of.
people's
like
heads off and walking around
yeah,
with
like
them.
you killed the people that weren't progressive enough, but then when
Yeah.
they get in, it's like no, no, no. But you're also not progressive enough because they keep pushing the goalposts forward and like um
Abraham, can you cool it with the racism, please?
racism. What do you mean? Like I'm just saying, like they
Abraham, this is a
it's
kid show.
just
Come on.
Yeah.
it's very scary.
This is like, no.
They
It,
kept pushing the goalposts forward,
Uh huh.
and like
What was
He
Sparky?
felt like he put a mirror up there against society.
a mirror against
You
society.
know,
Yeah,
a society like the one we live in.
yeah, no, no. I saw the parallels.
We live in a society, Abraham.
No, I understand.
yeah, no.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm drying what
Uh-huh.
you're spitting.
Uh-huh.
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 I
I'm eating
was
what you're cooking.
honestly like, it was kind of, I guess if you do want to relate it to today, the whole fucking cancel culture is
No, 100%.
totally that,
Uh-huh.
You
so
got a
it's
lot of
just
vibes.
like,
If you could just cool it with the racism.
um,
Look, you're up here, and I need you to come
I'm a
down here.
citizen. Call me a citizen.
like
Guys, let the woman talk, please.
I'm not a woman. I'm a citizen.
Uh-huh.
you're a
Uh-huh.
citizeness, please.
Yeah, you're right. Citizeness.
So who who should have croaked it? Who do you think? Who are you most mad that's alive right now?
Baez.
You know, the funny thing is towards the end, I was like, Baez, come fuck this shit up. These people need to learn their
What?
lesson, and they haven't learned it yet.
I
Well,
thought that
no,
he was
When
the
he came
owl.
Sulfur was coming to beat ass, I was like, finally, let's go. Let's tip the
first.
scales
Wasn't
back.
in the second book or
I
was it
wanted
the
him to
first
fuck
one?
more
He
shit up
was
than he did.
Which one was
wasn't
Yeah,
he
me too.
biased?
wearing a fucking owl necklace and we were like, "Oh shit, he's the owl." Remember like the whole
Yeah,
line of things?
we were definitely talking
And so
about
I
that.
was like, why does Rika think it's her and
She
that's why
doesn't
she needs
know.
to betray
That could be
Orso
why. That
when
could be
it's
why Urso's still alive.
Baez?
Urso could
Right.
still be alive.
So that thing at the end when she's like, she sees all that crazy shit happening, and then some guy bursts forward and is like, "I'm back," or whatever the hell he said.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like,
he
man, I
floats
was
or
Yeah.
some shit.
wondering. I
Yeah,
was like, what if that's Orso?
That's
What if he's
the
coming
end.
back?
That's the Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah, because
Ooh,
Why
like
would he?
Orso, let's go.
they never showed us. They never showed us him dead, right? Like
Yeah, but they like say,
you hear a
I
clank,
guess they only allude to it. They're like,
and
well,
like why go
he's
No,
back to
I
the
think
allowed.
he.
old?
Like
Why
Leo
go back
says
to
like
the
you
old
didn't stop it.
mechanism? They went back to the old mechanisms and don't show a dangling body. Like why
They
would they
say
go
that the
back to that?
contraption drops and then Leo and Savine are
No,
talking
I
about
think.
it and
I
she's
think.
like he's like, "Well, you didn't stop it from happening."
No. Orso's dead, but I don't think
Yeah.
that's gonna stop him from coming back
You think
because.
he's
Like
gonna come back as a zombie?
Well, in her
no.
vision, she says she sees the dead come out of their graves.
So what my theory is that like
Oh.
he never got hung, right?
You
Because
think
No,
like
like
it was like he didn't actually die
well
when he was
I know.
hung?
No. I think he's dead. I think he was
So like
killed. But I think
why would they
Baez is
Okay.
gonna bring him
switch?
back. I think Baez is gonna bring him back as something
Ooh, maybe.
because it
Interesting.
seems like he would have the power to do that.
Like, but for me, it's like, why would they switch back to? Why would they make it a point to tell us that they're switching back to the old mechanism where you couldn't see the body head, like the trap door would open and then you fall down.
Yeah, but like,
Uh,
why? Who's keeping him alive? Why do that? Why not
I
just
like,
kill
thought
him?
that you could see them hang. That's why he
well,
offered
like that's they
the thing over
when
his
Judge
face
was
and
around.
he was like, "No, well, I know that that's not meant for me. It's for other people." Like
Well, sure,
so they
they
don't
don't
have
want
to
to see the
see his
anguish.
face
No, but like
like when he's dying.
they made it a point to tell us that like they switched everything back to the old ways where there was a
Yeah,
trap door and you would fall into it. where before there was a counterweight that would pull you up.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. I don't know. Maybe
So
I
because
it,
thought
it
it
just
was like,
reminded them of it just reminded them of the bad of the great change. That's why
no,
I thought.
sure, but like
oh, okay.
I don't know, like
They-
that's especially
No,
with
I
seeing
can
that
see what you're
vision,
saying now. I can see what you're saying now. Like
especially
maybe
with
he
seeing
didn't
that vision. So
actually
I
die.
think he didn't die. I think
Yeah.
No, I think he's totally dead. But I think Baez is gonna use some weird magic shit and bring him back.
It's gonna put him in the little black-haired kid.
Something because that would
I
mean
you
mean,
think he's gonna lose his mind?
I've seen Naruto. Why no, you
no.
know,
Well,
brag. I don't want to brag,
it would make sense
but you know,
to bring
Sasuke was supposed to be Orochimaru, and
it would make
it
sense to
just
bring Orso back because
Spoilers.
he is still still has a claim to the throne.
100%.
He is the claim to the throne, right?
Yeah, because he legally he
Yeah,
never
he's
lost it. Like they had to break
Right.
some
yeah.
laws for him
They had
to
to
like
kill. They
lose
had to,
it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like
you have to try harder to kill
it would
Voldemort.
it would make sense
Yes.
for Baez to be like, oh, I'm gonna turn him into like I don't know. Maybe that's how you get turned into an eater. Maybe you have to be brought back as
Oh
Uh,
shit. Okay.
so like because it says that she saw all the graves empty and the dead come out of their graves, and then it
Yeah,
was
she did
like
say that.
interesting.
I'm back in that voice. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
And
And
he's
it said
all
and the
like
guy and the
angsty
guy
now.
and it says that the guy has it even said the guy has colored hair, didn't it? Of who
I
it
don't remember
was.
that.
Yeah. Damn.
I'm saying
Remember
I
that.
don't know. That's I want it to be Orso, but also that means that if he's gonna be different when he comes back, I don't know if I
I
like
don't
that
want
either.
him
I
to
don't think
be
he's gonna be
different.
different.
'Cause he
He
was
can't
too
be.
good. Everyone likes
Because
him.
Yeah,
Sabine or
exactly.
what's his dick or what's her vag
Or
What?
what?
Serene's
What did you
what's his
say?
dick? What's her
We
vag?
all heard that.
Oh
What's
my
her muff
god.
called?
Oh,
Uh,
sorry. What's her quim? What's her quim?
That's the
Sabine's
word. I was trying to
I don't like
remember
that at all.
that.
Sabine's right hand lady.
Zuri.
Zuri. Like
Yeah,
Zuri
sorry.
was like she talked normal, so like it's not like she was
Yeah, you
constantly
know
talking
what's
Yeah,
about
funny
but
is
fucking
that she
but
things.
mentions she's like, yeah, I'm old. And I was
Yeah,
like, yo,
like
this
I've
whole
had
time
many
I thought that
names.
Zuri was young. And that was like a
no,
weird moment for me.
I think she meant that, I think Zuri looks very young, but she is like old.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like
She
she
said
could have died and been brought back, kind of thing. Like if she
what
was
what I didn't get
old and
is
died and came back.
Savine says something about her body, about Zuri's body. Then when she sees it, she's like, "Oh, that's I should have known. That's how I would have known she was an eater." But what was wrong with her body? Because she says something like Zuri normally, buttons all the way up to
Oh,
her neck because that she
no,
thought
she
that was like a
was.
sign of modesty. But she's like, the reason why she got arrested by the
Oh,
burners is because they saw her and they knew that she was an eater. They knew, they weren't wrong
oh.
when they got her.
I don't know. I thought that she was just hella buff or something.
She says something. She sees her body and then she goes, "Oh, like that's if she would have saw it before, she would have known right away that she was an eater."
Right. Interesting. Maybe there's like markings or like her
That's why
body's
she
like
was always
skeletal
she
or
was always covered
something.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But
Yeah.
I didn't really get that. I couldn't like I didn't
Yeah, you
get it.
didn't get the visual.
Right.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You're right.
Yes.
Hmm.
What else?
Okay.
What other cool ass shit
There's
happened?
a lot of good moments in this book.
I like that the guy
Uh
that like created the contraption to like pull them to the top of the
Oh my
tower
god.
doesn't get in trouble. They're like, well, he was just doing his job.
I mean, who's gonna be like someone else was gonna make it? You
Yeah,
know, if it wasn't him,
exactly.
it was gonna be somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was rough.
jeez. Sorry, not to change topics. Did you see that Bob Saget just died?
oh shit.
No.
Damn. That's gonna
That's really sad.
Bob Saget.
Yeah. Damn. What a great note to end this. End this thing.
We're
Wait,
not
wait, wait.
done yet.
Wait, what else happened? What other cool shit happened?
There was lots of stuff that happened.
Besides Bob
Uh-huh.
Like,
Saget dying.
Yeah, besides Bob Saget dying.
that's not
I don't know,
cool.
fucking Orso being a fucking G. Like I don't know, man. Ah,
Yeah, Orso went out. Cool. Telling jokes.
Yeah.
it's like hey,
Uh,
how's that leg? It was all right. Let's
I
get this
Oh
know.
my
over.
god. I
Oh,
love
it
that
was
he got
so
that
good.
in.
I
That
mean,
he
even though he died, he still probably got the best ending.
Yeah.
Right. I
Well,
I kind of wish that he had, you know,
yeah,
satisfied something with his heart, you know what I mean? Besides with Rika, you know?
Oh yeah, you wanted more sex in the book. That's
I
for sure.
did. There was not enough sex
There
in
was
this
there
book.
literally wasn't,
There
There
and
was
I was waiting to bring it up.
Wasn't there none?
There was besides
No,
if he didn't bang Rika
No,
at the end,
Rika and Orso had sex at the end.
yeah.
they did,
Other than
and
that,
then
like
Leo heard probably a forceful gangbang in the next room.
No,
he was
but
walking.
fucking no, there was a couple sex scenes. Ricker and Nail.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Whoa,
Rika
Ricker
was
and
slaying
Nail.
her.
Brock and Judge.
You
Oh
don't.
yeah, that's right. That's right. No, we do get a
It tells you.
visual.
No, you don't. Wouldn't you
Yeah,
get a
Yeah,
they're
we
going
visual?
on about
do.
heavy breathing and then like pulling.
They were like
get,
on the shit.
they fuck.
You know. Yeah.
You
And
mean
then
Gunner?
yeah, Gunner and
Oh.
Judge.
Uh-huh.
Was that this book they banged?
That was
Yeah, that
this
was
It
this
book.
had
book.
to
Yeah.
have been. It had to have been this book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Nail and Ricker.
But
Yeah.
like good banging.
Yeah,
Or,
there was
like-
in the second one. Savine and Brock were going at it.
Yeah.
And then you get a lot of that, and that shit was like, damn, they're punching the shit out of each other.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot
Oh,
about
and
that.
well, like they start having sex, but then like the baby starts crying.
Oh
Brock,
yeah,
That's
that's
right.
that's
That's right.
funny. Good, fuck
Leo
them.
and Serene
They don't deserve anything.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
fucking
The first book definitely had the best sex scenes in the office and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orso and Rika
A lot of smanging going on.
that was a good one too. Yeah, there was lots of incest,
I hope Urso does come
sexual
back.
tension, gay sexual tension.
yeah.
I do
I
too.
hope
We all want him to come back.
hopefully they
Yeah.
don't wait until like the third book of that series to bring him back.
I know, right?
Bring him back from the get-go.
Nah, it sounds like he's the next
Maybe the
big
end of the
bad
first
boy.
book.
But
But
he's
maybe
gonna
it's
go
not
and
even.
fuck
But
shit up.
maybe it's not even Orso. Maybe it's something else.
Hey,
Yeah.
What else?
Like
What
I
else could it
truly
be?
don't think Urso died. Like I could
Nah,
be
that
wrong.
dude's
That's
dead.
my bet.
Who
Like,
would have
why-
saved
why-
him? Who would have
I
gotten him
mean-
out of there?
I would
Like, there's
say
still a lot of people in his side, and like
Oh yeah, he had like a ton of
Who,
people on
though?
his side.
Who?
Yeah.
That's why they
like,
had to kill
the
him, or else
sister,
people
the
were gonna
sister,
revolt.
Of Sopani?
his half sister, his mom is still over there. So like he still has people, like that's why she didn't show up to like the thing, because she's not for it. So he still has support out there. So who knows?
Mm-hmm.
you think
I
Savine
he's still-
knows?
No,
she's
I don't think
dead?
she knows. I don't think any of them
Oh.
know that he's still alive.
Yeah, I would say because she
That's
gave
why-
him a lot of shit. It's like you killed my fucking brother.
Yeah.
No, I
You
think
think she
they
was selling it real
believe,
good?
They believe he's dead.
Yeah, they definitely like. If my theory is correct, they definitely believe he's dead.
I don't. I think he's dead too, but I think some weird magic shit's about to pop off.
That'd be cool. That would be cool. What you said if that's he become an eater is
Yeah.
Yeah, look, if he
gotta
becomes an
spend
eater,
some
that'd be
time
hype.
in the dirt. And he eats fucking rock.
Oh,
Nubby
that would be
leg.
nice. Eat his other leg.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Leave him
Yeah.
with stuff of a man.
Because you can't just steal this shit from Baez. But who do you think is gonna come out on top though?
I mean, it'd be hard to beat the fucking Magic Boys.
Yeah, but
They're definitely like.
I think it's gonna be like a not happy ending kind of thing.
Well, if he's brave, Serene is dead. She dies.
Savine.
Savine is dead.
Why?
Leo's dead.
Leo has to die. I swear,
Yeah.
he can't do something
I
stupid
think-
like die in his sleep. He has to be.
I think the kids are going to continue the dynasty or the monarch.
Yeah.
I totally thought Savine was gonna kill Leo at that one
I think
point.
Leo and Savine are going to continue off.
Well, yeah. They're gonna
Yeah.
continue, or it's gonna come back as a zombie, kill Leo, and then sacrifice himself, realizing he's not
a
his old
monster.
self for Savine,
Right.
and her and her kids will.
Savine needs to pay
prosper.
too, though. She's
Savine
done
needs
too
to die.
much.
Like she needs to like die with Urso. Or
All the main characters need or either
Basically.
died or. I mean,
'Cause, like Vic said that she's an angel.
I mean, look how long.
that's why I
look how
said
long,
main.
Black
Vic's a
Tower.
main.
Okay, that's true.
Vic's not a main.
She's a
Mm,
main.
she's-
No,
she's like
she's
a third
not.
of this book. What do you mean?
She's not a main.
She's
character.
a third of every book.
She would have been, but she backed off.
But they always we always
I
follow
I
like Vic.
I get what you're saying. Like she is a main character in the book, but she's not a heavy hitter. She's not a big player.
Oh, in the
I
world,
just thought
no.
of another great scene in the book when they were like sitting by the fire with all those guys, and the guy just keeps killing people that
Like, God damn it,
disagree.
stop killing him.
Oh my god! I
Send
was
that
like,
It's like
to
downside, stop it.
Yeah.
he's like
And chopped. He's
you
like,
gotta
what
end
they're
the
gonna
problem before it starts.
exactly. It's like his personal connection, you know.
He was just
He's like,
sneezing. Nah,
he's
I
like,
can
can I have
tell.
my? He's like, can I have my father's sword back? And he fucking
It's
kills
like,
him.
oh, yep. He's not gonna be happy
Whap.
about that.
Gotta end the problem before it starts. Sound
Oh
logic. I
my
couldn't argue with
god!
it.
That part was great.
I,
That's
I,
so bad.
yeah, and I'm glad Clover took him out. I was kind of
Yeah.
waiting
And
for it. I was
the
like,
fucking
all right, he's gotta die. He can't just be going around. He can't just go around killing people with no consequences.
uh,
It's really funny
the
that like the nail is like pictured to not be really attractive, but the way that Rika like talks about him, it's
mm,
like maybe he is kind of attractive in a way,
I
like in like
mean,
a
look at
manly kind of
her.
way.
The nail too. He was out there just
That's what
straight
I
up
was trying to say. Sorry, the
murdering
nail. I don't
people.
know how to
Yeah,
say, but yeah,
I was gonna say, I mean, she got
Killed
one
he
eye, and she's, she's
he was
has
like
hairy armpits. Like, come on,
I,
she's
I
she's she's bowling whatever lane she can get it.
it sounded like he was out there just straight up chopping up women and children
when?
Um,
when he was attacking the saddle.
Yeah,
the
wasn't he just like
saddle.
fucking crazy bonkers, just like
Yeah, he
killing
was like
people and
straight
shit?
up. He was just killing anyone in his path, and it
That's
sounded
why I
like a
like I
couple women.
imagine him being like terrifying looking, but then she's like, he's got that cute like he like blushes and stuff and like gets all cute about her. I'm like, aw.
I mean, he's also a psychopath.
Yeah.
I mean, she kind of is too.
Well, they all are. So
Yeah.
I don't know, not like that guy.
what? He's not as bad as the fucking bones
He
for armor guys.
he
They're still
he doesn't
dying.
do
They're
his own
dying all the same.
agenda. He still follows like her lead and stuff and trusts in her.
He was chopping nurses in the back.
Yeah,
He was
well,
still following her lead.
He
maybe
didn't
that nurse,
know.
killed the baby or something. You don't know. Don't
It's
judge
like
him.
Gunner.
Exactly, and Gunner still needs to pay for what he did. That's my point.
Well, I don't know. I guess
I think, yeah, I think they're all gonna end up
I
dying.
think they're all
Gunner.
tools, you know what I mean? And you
Well,
gotta use the
yeah,
tools you got.
I know, and I get that, but there's also consequences for your actions.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, bill comes due. Who's gonna pay?
Well, Savine always pays her bills,
It's true.
so we'll see.
Oh my god. Yeah,
We'll see if she'll pay that final bill.
She's gonna be hella rich too, all that land she bought at the end and putting all the
Oh,
houses that
she's a fucking a pseudo queen, so
yeah,
Yeah. She is
a
queen.
regent,
basically.
Yeah,
lady regent.
lady regent. Yeah.
Um,
how do you guys like the Stour Nightfall ending?
Oh yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. That was good. I mean that
it was
whole fucking the fight, the everything, like
it was
it was all great.
it reminded me of the Ant Saga. It was good. It
Oh,
was a good battle.
Yeah.
But they just get crushed on like on each side.
But yeah, like when Nail came down, like and the Hill people came down, and
when he chucks his head sun out the window, like, there you
there it is.
go.
uh,
You're like, oh,
they cut my legs, man. They cut my legs.
I one thing he does really good is he makes you feel bad for people that are about to die.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're just like, oh, just kill him already. This is painful.
Yeah. Oh man, that was
Like him whining
pretty
for his legs. You're like,
hard.
oh, damn it, don't do that. That's not good.
And he's like in the cage and they're like fucking and all this stuff. And like
Hey, he's just
she's
there
like
watching.
and she's like she obviously like told him the plan the whole time too about what's gonna happen with him in the room. So like he also knows that his dad's about to get fucked by the war. Like the nail and
Oh
is
yeah,
like
that's why he's like,
gonna
get
be,
it over with.
you know.
I don't
So
know. I don't think he knew he was gonna get stabbed in the mouth.
no, I don't think that part. I'm thinking that he knew that his dad was gonna get like screwed over because he knew the war plans based off of like her talking to the nail about it with him in the room.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that they didn't even like throw. I mean, they threw a blanket over him, but he could hear through that.
Yeah.
He's
Fucked
not a
right in front of
canary.
him. Fucked right in front of him.
I
Who-
like that she did that though, because I was like, that fucking scene where they're under the bridge and like him talking about like what he's gonna do with her body and all that
Oh,
stuff. I'm like,
yeah,
bro, that's hardcore, and he actually means that,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that
That's
definitely would have
right.
happened. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So
make
it's
her
like
fuck a
I
pig.
don't
Wasn't that what he's saying?
I feel like he got what he deserved, kind of deal.
Oh, for sure. Everyone who, well, no, I mean maybe not everybody, but most people who died in this book like deserved it in one way or another.
Right.
But
Except for the people that got thrown
I
off
don't think Orso
except for
did,
those,
but
Orso didn't. Yeah, except for those people, except for
the
Orso.
yeeted off the tower
Yeah,
by
didn't deserve
fucking
that.
Gunner. Just
Uh,
drunk and just
I'm mad. I'm mad that they didn't spend more time on Rizanow's death because he kind of just dies off screen.
Who's risen
how
now
does he
again?
die again?
He gets thrown off the tower.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
That's right.
right.
That's right.
Rizanow was the first guy that was like, he's
Yeah,
the
she
Weaver.
was
He's
like
the first,
really
the first guy that
cool about it.
He's the first Weaver. And then they're
there
like,
was
oh,
a lot of
That's
he's
like
not
the
the
Oh wait,
puppet
no,
Weaver.
weaver.
he
Yeah.
wasn't the cool one about it. That's right, it was someone else. Yeah, no, he was fucking freaking out. No, I honestly was fine with that. I was like, yeah,
Well, no, because I was
yeah.
like, oh man, I can't wait for that. 'Cause I was like, I knew this guy's gonna die. It's gonna be sick. I can't wait for it. And then he kind of just like, they just tossed him off.
I
Yeah.
yeah.
Ricker sees, or not Ricker. Vic sees him from a distance. Just.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's very much like, you're like, oh, okay. Like,
Well, I
I
think
would
they're
have.
trying to explain how insignificant he is, you know.
Yeah, but still, when he was in the, he was
He
like
was just a
essentially
fucking
running the.
talker. That's all he ever was. He didn't actually
Exactly.
run anything. And that's why
I
they're
wanted to
trying
see
to
him pay for
express
it.
that he's so insignificant. They're just like, all right, you're just a fucking ant falling off from a tower. You know, that's all you ever were and all you ever would be.
He was smug, damn it, and I wanted to see that
It
smugness paid for.
or
was.
come up in it.
Yeah, I wanted to see it though.
What
Bro, the
what I
scene
love.
when the judge and Savine are like hanging and she's like, I wanted it to be like a nice
Bro.
moment where of her being pulled
Yeah.
up and she's just her back is being fucked up by
Oh
the
my
wall.
god.
I'm just like, oh, that sounds horrible.
No,
Yeah.
I'm,
Uh,
I guess I'm guessing glad she got caught, but I was like, oh, this is a good ending for Savine. Here,
I was
let's
gonna
go.
say,
Right.
would you
I
guys
was
been
sad.
okay
I
with that
cried during
ending?
that. I
Yeah,
kind of,
I would have been okay. I would have been like, this is she helped do some of this. Some of this is her fault. So let's
yeah,
let her pay for it.
right. I was just thinking about the kids the whole time.
Yeah, they're fine.
I did love that in the courtroom. She was just like fucking controlling the fucking room.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
shit was good.
That shit was
Yeah.
fucking funny. And
Savine's a
like,
good character, but
yeah.
that
Yeah.
he's got to pay that
Her
bill.
comeuppance. Yeah.
I'm waiting for it.
She always,
It's gonna be good.
she always pays her debts.
It was really interesting that they used Orso as like a fucking zoo character too.
Oh, that was pretty cool. He's like,
He was
Yeah.
always
come
saying "cot."
see the old
Like
king. He's
I like
shitting in the
his
pot.
little yeah, like his like fucking little center where he sits gets smaller and shittier every
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
They give him smaller and smaller chairs.
Yeah.
They just have a different size of chairs.
And yeah, the people like walking through and making fun of him and shit. That
It
was so interesting.
sucks
Man.
because it's like he got out. He's out for all of 2 seconds and literally right
I
back in.
know.
Like, damn, did he
Like,
really deserve all of
Sad.
that?
I know.
like
Like, yeah, like what did he do that was bad? Like literally Pike was the one that murdered all the people when he was like, what the fuck? You know, in that first time where they hang all the people.
Yeah,
Uh, you know, and he was like, that wasn't me. And that turns out that was literally like like Dan Gorst or whatever from the
them.
six.
beginning.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Glocked, I mean,
whole
Glocked for the whole
his
beginning, like doing all that
his whole
shitty stuff, making Orso look bad,
just
all of it.
yeah, just to spark the great change and all that. It's so crazy.
It is.
And then like to hear that most of that was also like her mom, like Savine's mom was also in on it, and
Yeah.
she isn't just some drunk. She's
Oh,
actually like a
right. She's like, your father will be here in a minute.
like this whole
Yeah.
thing was my idea.
Like
So
Sabine's
Yeah,
whole
like
head
uncomfortable.
blew up.
obviously she's like, hey, would it be cool if our
Yeah.
daughter was like queen? And he's like, huh, let me see
Yeah.
if I can form a plan. It's like, all right, I think we can do it, but
I gotta get
we gotta
like,
leave for a little bit.
oh, yeah, that too.
Gotta go to the, summer home.
We gotta go to the lake. Stay off into the water.
So bad.
All right.
It's like, are they like shitty people for like not wanting Baez to be in control, or are they like,
I mean they
you
are. I mean,
know,
they're not shitty people for that, but they are shitty in the way they went around it. It's
they
just it's
literally like
doing the same
killed
thing.
so many people?
I mean, they're doing the same thing Biases is. So like,
Yeah.
is it? Are they're not really that much better?
That's why she meant, I think she does mention it. She's like, is it, like, how can you say you're any better? Like when,
Yeah,
you probably killed more people than Baez did.
yeah, absolutely. And he's just like, I don't know. Did you see those interest rates? I'm not paying those.
Oh my god, I have
He
to work.
owned everything, one guy. Now
I
it's
want to
me
own
and my
everything.
wife.
I want to be that one guy.
Yeah.
Do you
I
guys like see things wrapping up and you're like, there's still like a chunk of this book
Yeah.
left. So, all right.
Yeah. Yeah,
well,
like obviously
yeah.
when Leo betrayed them, it's like, or leading up to the charge,
Yeah.
right before he betrayed him, it's like,
I
we're
was
only
like,
halfway
what?
through this book.
Yeah, like, there's
I
a
was like,
lot left.
like,
Like,
oh, one
things are
thing
kind
about Joe Abercrombie,
Abercrombie.
he's really good at having a lot of moving pieces in his book and like
Yeah.
keeping track of them, and like obviously he doesn't do that so much nowadays, but like early on, remember when he was like, if a character didn't know him, like he would see it from he would write the book from the perspective of the character that didn't know the person, although
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
knew
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
person and you kind of get the
Yeah,
hint,
yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah,
love
yeah.
and
that.
he's just really good at keeping track of all the little ins and out of this
It's
civilization, this is
all the people on his
society.
chessboard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And
Like you never go into the chapter like, what the fuck? Where did this come from? Or like,
yeah,
where was this? Like
Oh
you
my
just
god.
immediately like, kind of figure it out, and you're like, oh shit, yeah.
at the
And
very
you
least, the
just,
province that we're in, like we know everything about everything that like the north, the Midland,
yeah,
England,
Anglanders.
England.
and like all the provinces that are in this book, like we know like what they're all about, and there's never any point like, oh wait, would they do that? It's like, yeah, like like he's really good at it. I'm very
Yeah,
impressed.
phenomenal, honestly.
Any more questions,
I,
Tom?
I love all the connections too. Like they talk about the woman in the beginning of the book where she like lifts up her pants or her skirt and like tucks it in, and she's like screaming through and the door to like open the gates or whatever.
Oh, and it
And
goes
like
to
the
like the
people
soldier.
behind her talking about her, and then they talk about her like specifically like in her own like her own like backstory, and then they go to the person that can see her through the door like when they open the door, and he's like, oh shit, that reminds me of my mom, like
Oh
she used
yeah.
to do that when she mopped the floors. And it's like, man, like just like the connections between all the characters around you, you just feel it, the energy everywhere between everyone. It's crazy.
Question. You know
Answer.
the Bone Peoples, the leader?
Stand of the Barrows.
Yeah, yeah. He gets fucked up by the witch
Oh
that did
my
the thing
god.
to her eye.
That Ricker went to go see.
Okay, yeah, like she
I
fucked.
wrote that down, but then I was like, did that actually happen? That anyone else say it?
Like
But the Bone Witch?
yeah, like I want your bones. Like she
Yeah.
straight up like traumatized the man before he died. And
Yeah. He was
rightly
Oh
like,
so. He was a piece of
he's
shit,
like,
yeah.
but
put the fog down. He's like, okay, oh god, put it back up, put it back up.
put it back up, I
Oh,
regret.
oh
Yeah.
god.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
And then I don't know. I was like,
So
it just
like is there a
disappears.
connection between magic and like
Being a
fucking
zombie?
death? Like yeah, like she's
That's
like,
how
I
you
want your
get it?
bones, and obviously she seems like she's doing magic, um,
Yeah.
and
She
like
just
raising things for like she creates those like dead bone creatures.
So maybe that's what they're gonna do with Orsa.
So I wonder, yeah, I wonder like that's the connection. Like magic comes from death.
maybe Ricker will feel so bad.
Zombies,
She'll ask
baby.
her to be like, get him up.
If anything, it's gonna be I have returned. Hmm.
He did say something like that.
Yeah, like that vision at the end. Like
Yeah.
I am
It
returned.
And I still think Ricker has yet, I think, to pay for betraying Orso. Like, even though it was for, like, the good of everybody,
Oh, she definitely has to pay for that. That bitch.
yeah, that thing has to, she hasn't, I don't
Like
think she's paid for it yet, even though,
main man or so.
Like,
uh,
the next trilogy better have, like, good characters, otherwise, by the end of it, I want everyone to die.
Yeah, this besides Vic, like everyone in this book definitely gets.
I think we're
Uh,
definitely gonna find like people to love and hate again.
Because, like,
he's
as
a
it
he's a
stands, most people need to, like, their tab is like, you gotta go down.
yeah,
You
it's
gotta-
coming. Is a big there's a big handout. Just
I'm just glad that Vic didn't die.
like I think
I like her ending. I like that she got to just stroll off into the sunset.
Yeah.
what's
Yeah,
what's
it's
his
cool.
name? The last Magi. What's his name?
Bias.
Dumbledore.
Reyes. He's gonna fuck shit up, and
Oh yeah.
like
Yeah,
where he
that's what.
starts will be the
It's probably
question.
with Or. That's why it probably makes sense that you think he'll bring back Orson. Like a fuck you.
Well, it just seems like it would be a good way to control the throne. Like, who else
Right.
is out there that could do that? I mean, he could also
Well,
get one
Orso
of
is
the
half Styrian.
which point?
Aren't the
Magi.
He's a
no the
he's
fucking
King Giselle's
Suri.
son.
No, I know, but
Dragonborn.
Suri and her brothers are Syrian, no?
Yeah, so you gotta be it's gotta be a certain melatonin color before you can become an eater.
Like it seems like Syrians have a strong connection to being eaters.
Uh huh.
The
Is it?
darkies.
Oh Jesus!
Cool. I think we
Oh,
talked about you shuffling this for till it's
Like
over.
well, that's what the book was saying. Like the
oh,
people with
cool.
the darker
Yeah.
complexions.
Yo, cool it with the
Well,
racism.
I'm just quoting the book, and so maybe okay. I'm interested again. Maybe I'm starting to like your theory, Osway, because he is half Syrian or part Syrian, quarter Syrian. I don't know.
right.
Maybe he has some like eater bloodline that it's been latent until he dies. It's like, oh yeah, I'm super strong now. I never realized.
Oh,
He
power
just
up!
starts crawling on walls.
Damn,
Oh,
so we're
that'd
gonna
be
get to
dope.
become Spider-Man? Let's go.
I know. Let's
Well,
do
like I
it.
think
Spider Orson.
that's just a thing of being like, well, like obviously
Super
hmm,
strong. You're just up
super
there
strong. You're
chilling.
just literally grabbing the wall
Yeah, you're
or the
Oh
hanging.
my
ceiling.
god.
You're just hanging,
Uh,
chilling with the boys.
Chilling.
Spider Orson.
it's like,
Spider
and I'm
Orson.
assuming they have a connection to like vampires. I think that's what he's kind of like getting at.
I think
Uh,
so. I think there's
so
something
like
like
that's why
that.
they were like on the wall and shit. And
They're just hungrier.
Wait,
it's a little
vampires
hungrier.
crawl on walls?
They don't use straws. Is what
Uh,
all I'm saying.
I mean,
yeah,
vampires have climbed up walls and shit in movies.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
yeah.
Oh,
That's the
definitely.
thing.
Like we just played that one game where we climb walls and shit.
yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, I mean, Edward had to get up in that
I
teenager's
don't think
window
he
somehow.
climbed a wall. I thought
Get
he
up in that
just
booty.
ran.
No, he just listened, right? And
So
Just
he
I know
just,
locked in.
I know the gist.
he just put
He
his
beat
arms behind his
everybody
back
by
and
listening super bright, right?
Oh,
That's how
he
the movie
did
goes.
climb up the tree, didn't he?
Yeah, his
he just, he
superpower was
just,
being able to, listen to Kristen Stewart.
And then he
Yeah,
then he
exactly.
he
and
Naruto
not find
ran up
her
the wall.
repulsive.
Yeah.
Find her amusing for more than an hour.
That's long enough to procreate.
All right,
Uh,
all right.
you got
It
anything
is
Uh,
else?
indeed.
You got
anything
anything
else to
else in
throw
that
at the
bag?
wall, boys?
Anything else in there?
Orso's MVP.
Oh
Let's
my
Yeah.
go.
God, Orso.
Or
Oh,
so.
Poor guy. He didn't
pour it
deserve
out for
it.
the
He
homie.
Or
literally
Out of
so.
all the
didn't do
people,
anything wrong.
well, he did a lot of things wrong, but he didn't do anything wrong.
No, what did he
He
do
didn't
wrong?
really do anything wrong for
He
like the
didn't take his
last
responsibilities.
since the
He was
first
like,
book.
he was
What? He took
He,
responsibility immediately when he opened the doors. He's like, "All right, guys, you
when he
I'm talking
became
about all
king,
three
They opened the
books.
gates, and he was like, "You know what? You're right. Here I am. You've been calling for me." They're like, "Okay, cool. We're
yeah,
done
No,
with
no,
the killing.
none of
Let's
that.
just put him over here."
Literally everything that was the bad that happened to him actually wasn't his fault.
oh,
Yeah.
sure. Okay, from that point, yeah.
You know what
No,
I
but
mean?
what
He
I
No,
meant
didn't.
is
even
like
before that, like,
he was a horrible leader. Like he even says it
well, he
himself. Like I rather chase, concubines and
But the
shit.
thing is, but it's like,
he
but
was like
that's how
making.
they wanted it though. That's what they
Oh,
wanted.
sure,
They
sure.
didn't. They wanted him to be
Oh,
a
I
like
see. You're thinking from that point of view. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like their whole thing
They
was
allowed it to happen because they wanted him.
because they wanted him to, because so they could run the kingdom in his stead, which is what they wanted. And then they did all that great change bullshit to kick off Baez, but like it's just like it's just shitty because everything all the great change all kicked off because of all these bad decisions other people's did to paint him to be the bad guy. He didn't do anything.
That's true. No, that's
You
true.
know what I mean? He was just like a pig in a golden cage that they were just fattening up for slaughter, and he get all the heat.
Wow. I know. It
He
makes
didn't
me
deserve it.
sad.
He didn't deserve it.
He did not.
He
You
tried,
think
and then I think it sucks is that he was like, "All right, seriously, guys, let's do this. Let's make like the kingdom right."
Yeah.
Right? It was like looking two up, and like if you ever watch TV shows, like wow, everything's going great.
Yeah.
I'm sure nothing could happen now.
He was
It's
gonna disband the closed council. He was gonna like
Yeah.
make it a
That
people's
fucking
kingdom,
speech. Ugh.
and then Leo literally just betrays him. Like, oh my god.
I want that chair.
I want
Which I
that
saw
chair
coming, but I
that
didn't
I
think he was
can't
gonna do
actually
it
sit in.
right then and there. I thought he was gonna. It's like,
Yeah, that
damn,
was
Leo.
pretty
Right?
intense. He was like, yeah, never mind, not for you.
I'm not gonna clean my sword twice, guys.
And like, he was a good
Uh,
man. He was a good man.
yeah, that's what he was
Yeah.
saying. Orso was the best person
Like
in
they
this
could,
book.
he could have just arrested him.
Well, that's what they're saying they couldn't because like too many people still believed in him.
That's
No,
simple.
like he had his own soldiers there. Like that's what I mean. Like
hmm
all I'm
Uh,
saying is Leo's a piece of shit. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, he
Yeah, I
needs
think
to
we can all
pay.
agree.
The villain arc, yeah. That was a cool scene though, where he's
What
like,
you
"You
know
think
what?
you're the hero? You're not the
I
fucking hero."
know.
When they're
Because
both not the hero.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're like she's like if I it's like, just because I'm not the villain doesn't make you the hero.
I
Like
like the title, like the chapter titles sometimes. Like you know how in the second book, I think it was like a little public hanging, or was it in this book? It was
it was like
called
a
a little public hanging, and this one was called, and then at the end it goes a little private hanging for
yeah.
Orsa. And I was like,
Oh
ah,
man, I like that he did like a little set, uh, up on his like on stage. He just did his little
yeah.
comedy routine.
He's just scratching his nose and stuff
Yeah,
too.
so good.
Uh,
He didn't deserve it.
no.
My guy.
All right, all right. I think that was I mean it's a little long, but it's the ending to a trilogy, so that's to be expected.
500
Wow,
pages. Not
wow.
bad.
A long book to a long series. I think we can agree that it was pretty damn good.
Uh
hmm
huh.
hmm
So
Uh-huh.
should we
We, we,
throw out
we got to
our
wrap
plot?
this up so I can
Wait,
go
we have to
out there.
do how many Orsos
Yeah.
we would give it?
How many dead ores?
How many Orso bones? Spider Orsos.
What do you
All
think?
right.
How many
Abraham.
Orso spider bites would you give it?
I would say 9. Yeah, 9 dying Orsos make me sad.
Aw.
9,
Out of
huh?
10.
That's pretty
Wow.
good.
Yeah.
What about you,
Uh,
Jose?
Yes.
yeah, 9 sounds pretty good. That feels about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And Raquel, were you just where are you moving? Were you?
I mean,
Mhm,
I don't know
mhm,
if I can move for my
mhm,
last two
mhm,
ones, so I'm
mhm,
gonna give
mhm.
it a nice solid 10 Orso spider bites.
Yeah, you really like this series.
Wow, 10 out of 10. It's a
Yeah,
good
I
series.
really, really like the series, and I really like the
I
writer, the
have
way that
a
he writes it.
I have a signed copy of the first
I
book.
know. Oh, I'm not gonna
Of
buy
the
that
Do
shit
you
from you. I,
really?
I don't care
Yeah,
that much.
I have a signed copy.
By Joe Abercrombie?
Yeah, got
Abercrombie. I could just
like
write the name Joe on
When'd
it.
you run into Joe Abercrombie?
oh no, you just go to Barnes and Noble and buy it.
Oh, I see. That's not the
But
same.
It's
it's
an
definitely his
extra 20
signature.
bucks.
Like if I ever go to a book thing and he's there, I'm gonna have
Oh
him
yeah.
sign it right next
Oh
to his
yeah.
signature.
I would
Sign it again,
fangirl.
please.
Can you
I would
sign this book again,
fangirl.
please?
Again.
Uh,
All right, Brian.
there. Sign the back and the front. Yeah. If it wasn't for because it's not like a closed because it's not supposed to be closed, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's not if it was, like, perfectly wrapped up, you know,
A little bit
and
of a
I
cliffhanger. A little bit.
yeah, so I don't know if I can give it a 10 because it's not, but maybe a high 9 because, yeah, that's what made me realize, Gunner was just like, "Same shit, different day."
All right. So
That was
Yeah.
my
I don't
arc.
know.
Like,
I don't
everyone
mind
else had a
that.
pretty good arc, though. Like, compared to the other characters, like, the way, like, Leo literally turned into the villain and,
Yeah.
like, there was a lot of big moments, and he just kinda was drunk the whole time, and at the end,
Yeah. Yeah,
he had a
that's
good
the
moment
problem.
at the end. Well, at least he thought he did until he realized he didn't. But, I mean,
Uh, yeah.
he
I
kinda shelved him for most of it. He's like,
I agree.
still drunk."
Still
Or
drunk.
Still drunk.
big dr
I
which
just feel
sucks
like
because he was, like, one of the best characters.
yeah, he
yeah.
was
Yeah,
pretty
and I was
great.
expecting
Yeah.
high hopes from him, and then just to find
Well,
out
that's
that he
like
was a lackey the
that's
whole
what
time,
makes
like,
it so good is like
he
you
didn't do
expect
anything.
so much from these characters and they can
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it
disappoint
wasn't for
you,
the
you
other
know?
characters being like also like if their bars weren't as high, I wouldn't have noticed, you know.
Well, I think that's
But
what's so great is like it's realistic in that sense. You know, like it would just be like a Hollywood film kind of thing if it just everything wrapped up all clean and shit,
yeah.
you know?
Well, not even that. I just wanted him like he had the scene on top of the tower
Yeah.
and the note with his family.
Mhm.
Other than that, he's not even in. Like, he's
So
not in
even
He
the.
that was a
doesn't.
lie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he didn't.
but
Nothing really happened
that's
to him.
yeah. He was sidelined.
He
You
was
Uh,
just
he.
kind of feel like you didn't get
I didn't
that.
get I didn't get
You
enough
didn't
of my
get
man
enough from
taking
him.
his
Yeah.
glasses off
Anything.
and going, let me,
Yeah.
It's nice to have a routine.
I did like
yeah,
Yeah.
that part.
When he rolls up his
yeah, which
cuffs.
sucks because he was like, yeah, he was definitely, one of the best characters. And then,
Yeah, maybe he just I mean, it could be like he did it on purpose, Joe Abercrombie, or it could be like he's just like, I
yeah,
don't
I
really
mean,
know
it
what
was a
to do
lot
with
of,
this character.
Yeah,
yeah,
it could be that. I just like what do I do with him? Like
I
Yeah.
know, right?
he's a big
Like, yeah,
guy. He's with Judge. But okay, what else though?
right,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, okay, but still,
Um, but I don't
I
know,
mean,
like there's never been a book that's just held my attention so well, that I've been okay with like reading for
right,
hours on end and like totally fine that it's 600 pages long.
right,
It
because
just
like
means,
you're
ah,
never,
yes, more beautiful words I can like
yeah.
devour. That's how I feel.
And there's not, like, parts where you go, let me get back to the good part,"
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
some
exactly.
of the
Yeah.
books where you're
Yeah.
like, "Alright,
No, all
get
the
past
stories
it."
were interesting. And I
Yeah.
didn't mind that he was breaking them all up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like it's good pacing. It's very much.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
Even the beginning could have
recommended.
felt like it was really long. It was like 100 pages of that revolt of like all
Yeah.
these other people's perspectives. We like never get the perspective of a main character for the entire beginning of the book. And even that, you're like not disappointed. You're like, this
Yeah.
is just phenomenal?
Yeah, yeah. This book is so good that, I'm gonna recommend you don't use it as a hat.
Hmm. Give it the respect it deserves.
Uh,
We respect it
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah, yeah, uh-huh, exactly. Uh, so next time, Abraham, go ahead and let us know what we'll be diving into.
Tune in next week. Actually, no. Tune in
Don't
next month
say weeks.
to
Don't give him a
Artemis.
time. Oh, sorry.
don't
Yeah.
give it time.
Whatever. We're gonna be reading Artemis by Andy Weir. You may know him by books like Of the Martian. So that should be fun.
Hey.
All right.
All right,
Well,
And that was us
doing
Yep.
things.
doing things.
everybody say bye.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.